Welcome to 𝐿 TV, a division of 𝐿 Media and Broadcasting. "95% of our lives are run and created by our subconscious mind programming. Imagine if your subconscious mind is running many negative, disempowering, and self-sabotaging programs. How will that 95% of your life turn out to be? Would you like help to change your subconscious programming into something that works for you and set it to attract and create everything you desire? Join Tamra Oviatt in her show Metaprogramming and the Human Biocomputer here on 𝐿, where she will connect to the source energy and change your subconscious programming by deleting your negative belief systems. Tamra is the founder of Sacred Activations, a subconscious metaprogramming modality that rewires your brain and shifts hundreds of your belief systems so you can break away from lack, pain, and suffering and take control of what you want to create in your life. Tamra has helped hundreds of thousands of people worldwide, and she is here to help you too. It's not about fighting what you don't want. It's about creating what you do want. And the only way to do that is to change and upgrade your subconscious programming. Let Tamra help you create magic in your world. Tune in every week at Metaprogramming and the Human Biocomputer.
Good morning. Welcome. This is Metaprogramming in the Human Biocomputer, normally with Tamra Oviatt. I'm Sara Garcia. I'm feeling very privileged to be able to host today. Thank you, Tamra. Today, our theme is everything I need, I already have. Living in the joy of daily miracles. And we'll get to that. Anybody who doesn't know me, again, my name is Sara Garcia. I go by Sara G most of the time. I'm a Sacred Activations medical intuitive, master practitioner, a teacher, medical intuitive, integrated energy therapy instructor, and practitioner. I've been on this journey for myself in energy medicine since about 2015. And I guess I would say in 2015, I got to a point where it just got too painful to be doing what I was doing, to be being me the way I was being me, to be thinking my thoughts and having my feelings and, gosh, holding on to the things I held on to. Thinking back, one of the biggest things that I would say shifted for me was at that time, I knew what I knew. What I knew, I knew. And and it got too uncomfortable knowing what I knew to be true, you know? And so I'd gone to a spiritual center. I'm based out of California. I live in Los Angeles. There's a place here called 𝐿𝐵𝐿. And so the time I went, and one of the things the Reverend said that struck me and was one of the first things that sort of penetrated me to shift something in me was, he said, the kingdom of heaven lies in this moment. And the past and the future would steal that from you if you allow it to. And I remember he had the entire congregation stop and take a deep breath. If you could do that with me for a second, to stop. And I remember he said, you didn't think you were going to run out of air right there, right? When we just stop, be present with our breath, and be right here in this moment, we have everything that we need. And that really resonated with me. And as somebody who was always a worrywart and always thinking all of the thoughts, it's a real practice for me to stay in the moment. But it shifted my life. It's one of the things that shifted my life. And what I began to find was when just stop. thinking about what's next, thinking about what I've done or I imagine that I've done, thinking, and just get right here with what's right in front of me. That's all that's happening, is what's happening right now. None of those things are happening. And when I do that, I started discovering daily miracles, things that in the past I knew didn't exist. People who know me have heard me say, I always knew that when you start at A in the alphabet, in order to get to Z, you have to go through 24 other letters, right? It was this real linear way of thinking. And things aren't linear. Everything I need, I already have. I was telling Debs before the show, man, I feel like my past self was sending that to my future self. Because when I had that idea of that theme and it just came in and it was so clear to me, I was very excited about it. I knew exactly what I was going to say. And when the time came to do the show, I thought, oh my goodness, what am I going to say? I don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm going to say. But everything I need, I already have, right? Right here in this moment has been my reminder. And it's a practice. For me, it's a major practice. Worries come up, fears come up, you name it, like bills, the beer sounds good. Bills, the world, just whatever sort of struggle, my car is broken down right now. I have a leak in the back. I have to do mold remediation, you name it. And it's gotten so easy for me to just not be here. Be here. And so I started playing this game some time ago. When I would look for something, it used to be, I can't find it. I'm not the most organized person. So it's usually things flying all over the place. And then that panic of, I need this thing right now. But I remember somebody telling me, don't seek, see. Don't look for something, see it, right? And I've had so many teachers that say the thing about the word try, right? The importance of our words. Here's a mug. Are you going to try to pick it up? Try to pick it up. Oh, no, you just did it. You just picked it up, right? And so what I began doing was playing this game of when I'm looking for something, instead of, where is it? Where is it? Or please help me find it. I started saying, everything I need, I already have. And I think I actually heard that on like a social media jingle or something. But it became my mantra. Everything I need, I already have. Everything I need, I already have while I'm looking. And I'm going to tell you that just, if at all, short of 100% of the time, I either find exactly what it is I'm looking for or the perfect substitute. And so it became my mantra. And I encourage you to play that game too. And I'd love to know if it's successful to you, if when you're looking for something, everything I need I already have. And then get really present and really see what's in front of you and really see where you are. And yeah, it's a fun game that I play. So we'll talk about a couple of the activations we're going to do today. I sat down last night to meditate and say, what are we going to do? And a bunch came through, guys. Let's see, the Worrywart Deactivation. It's pretty self-explanatory. For me, that's been an important one, though, as I convinced myself that my worrying was actually helping. It was actually, I used to be afraid to fly. I don't know. I'd be in the air and then I'd start to think like, can we fall out of the sky? I remember my mom saying that when I was about 4 years old. I was one of her only children who said, wait, does that plane fall out of the sky? Like that goes up, but does it come down? And even as an adult, I would be up flying and I would allow myself to worry. And when I would say, well, Sarah, you've flown a million times. There's no You've never fallen out of the sky. I could convince myself at the time that the actual act of the suffering of the worrying of the thing had helped to keep the plane in the sky. And, things have always worked out, I could say, right? Like, Sarah, it's always worked out. Why are you freaking out right now? Just breathe. It's all worked out well. But did it work out because of this component of the formula? Did it work out because I worried? Because I made myself sick? And it turns out that no. I didn't actually keep that plane in the sky by making myself feel sick about it. And the more in my life that I'm able to let go of that expectation, to let go of that fear of the future, and literally just say the only thing that's happening right now is what's happening right now, Garcia. That's all that's happening. And I'm telling you, different times, there's times where I'm flowing and everything is a testimony. And I can give you so many testimonies about miracles, just daily, on the daily, things working out. Something that just brings me joy, and I got to come back to it. I got to realign and remind myself that nothing else is happening. I have a friend who told me, and I've heard this different ways, but a revelation that he had that Spirit had showed him was that in this life, we're actually still, is how it was shown to him. And it's almost like a conveyor belt of moments that are moving in front of us. And he said, Spirit told him, the only job we have is to give a gift to the moment. For me, that was profound, So when I feel lost or I notice that I'm not being present, I check in. I say, give a gift to the moment, Garcia. Give a gift to the moment. Get right here. How can I help? How can I be of service? How can I make this, give this person a laugh? My cat's coming up. Whatever it is in that moment, how do I give a gift to the moment? And what I found was by being present, just right here, and doing that and freeing myself. It's very freeing for me. This is Gary. Gary, say hello. I'm going to make you get down, Bubba. This is Gary. Come on, my sir. That by giving a gift to the moment, it was really giving a gift to myself, and staying in that, and staying in that loop, right? Staying in that infinity of what I put out comes back, some more activation. So Worrywart Deactivation. We have defragmentation and laser focus. This one's just like it sounds, you remember when we used to hit the defrag button on our computer and it would rearrange and bring everything back to wholeness and get rid of the stuff that we didn't need and help bring that focus to stay. I know that for me, that could be an issue with staying present and actually experiencing and taking in the blessings and the daily miracles that are available to us. Being present and listening. It is my experience that everything, this world, this universe, this program, this matrix, whatever you want to call it, is always speaking to us all of the time. If we only have the ears, the eyes, the sense to listen, to hear it. So like I said, I was thinking, oh my goodness, what am I going to say? I don't even know what to say. I was very much in my own head. And yesterday, I was talking things through, and I walked into the pet store to go get some worms for my dragon, and I went to pay, and the guy said, and before I'd walked in, I was thinking, man, I don't even know if I've been living in my daily miracles, right? In thinking daily miracles. And he says, well, it's going to be a miracle if you have exact change. And I know that might sound so insignificant, but I did. I had the exact change, $13.12. And it just made me giggle. I left there giggling because for me and the way that I take in the information, right, that this life, this world is constantly bringing into us, to me, even something as little as that is kind of like a nudge, nudge and a wink, wink from spirit, like it was meant for a laugh. And I left there feeling lighter and just giggling about that. And I encourage you to take those moments of joy, to take up the moment to laugh about whatever it is. And maybe to notice if you're having days on end when you're not laughing, or you're not feeling moments of just okay, like I'm all right and everything's all right. One of the first activations that I was told we're going to run today is Dark Night of the Soul. That wasn't on my original roster thought. But, like I said, this webinar is kind of for me as well, because when I sent this topic, I was gung ho. I was like, yes, I was high on life. I was feeling it. But over the past month, life has been lifing. Life has been doing that thing that it does. And I know I'm not the only one, no, I'm not the only one. So we're going to be starting with Dark Night of the Soul today. I'm going to be doing Godhead. The Godhead activation is a powerful activation. And what it does is it aligns you and all of your different glands, your pineal, all of the things to create your Godhead that connects you to spirit and helps tune in your antenna in a way. Being safe to have money, right? So, whatever it is that we're looking for, when we say we already have it, right? And you can be like, yeah, well, I don't have the money. I don't have the money. There's a lot of us have these belief systems about having money and about keeping money, and which just perpetuates it being a struggle, and so we're going to go ahead and do that activation. That it's safe to have money. It's safe to be present, knowing that you're not going to have to stress and worry about those things, because you're good. Safety all the time, safety. I was told we're doing the collective wound, struggle to survive activation today. And that's a major program that our society runs on, is that collective lack, that life is hard, right? It's time to thrive. Each and every one of you deserve it. And you have everything that you need inside. We need only activate it, uncover it, become present to it. We're going to be doing creating your path, creating your future from your past. We're taught learn from the past. And that's where so many of our programs and belief systems came from. That's what they were born from, us learning in the moment what we needed to survive, right? So if you're worrying, like I say that I was a worrywart, oh my goodness, turning the wheels, I say, I want to stop this. Be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with yourself, because what you're doing now has saved you in the past. What your programs are now, even if they're no longer serving you, they served you at one point. Otherwise, you wouldn't have done it. You wouldn't have held on to it. You wouldn't still be doing it. It protected you. It got you to where you are. But now you get to say, what else do I want? What is my desire right now? Thank you. Thank you, Worry. You helped me when you helped me. I can let that go. I can let that go now. Let's see. We're going to be doing Genie in a Bottle. So the Genie in a Bottle activation is rad. It is essentially, we've been taught so much limitation, so much limitation. So we think there's a genie in a bottle, you get 3 wishes, right? You can't ask for too much. Don't ask for too much. So this activation is here to give you the unlimited wishes and to shift that belief that there's a limit to what you can ask for. We're going to be doing Prison Planet. There are a lot of people who feel that being here is an imprisonment, and so we're going to be doing that, a deactivation, that you're not a prison to be here. You're not a prisoner to be here. That to help bring that freedom to be you, to be present, to create, to have joy, to have fun. Oh my gosh, to have fun. Get into the vortex of creation. This is one of my favorites. If we've ever done if you know me, we've ever done a webinar before, if you've ever heard me gush, one of them is about the vortex of creation. Tamra had done you could probably still get it on our website, actually, called Get Into the Vortex of the Creation of Abundance. And this is the activation that she ran. And she guides you in the meditation through different points, to go to the central sun, different points of creation, and different points to know that this is who we are, that you are this, so you can create anything. And so, yeah, at that time, I was living in a 2-bedroom apartment with my husband, my 2 cats, my 2 kids, my dog, my fish, you name it, and with no idea and no vision of being able to own a home, especially in Los Angeles. Oh my goodness. And I started listening to this meditation. And remember when the first time I listened to it, so for me, when energy moves, when energy is transmuting for myself and for others, I yawn. I do this thing they call pranic breath, where I blow air, and I have a very visceral, a physical reaction. And I can't, if I try to stop it, it's like holding my breath. So when I would first listen to this, I'd be yawning. I'd be just yawning. Okay, we'll listen to it again. And I remember asking my husband, hey, do you want to listen to this with me? It's totally not precious. You can do whatever. You can play on your phone, but just listen to me. So maybe we could both create something, right? And we were sitting on our bed in that apartment, and the ceiling had that popcorn ceiling, and he was just on his phone, not paying attention. And I'm listening, and he's saying something, and I started looking up, and it was, when you stare at something for a long time, if you stare at carpet, or you stare at like a popcorn ceiling or something that has that texture. For me, when I stare at something like that for a long time, it can sometimes appear to go staticky, right? It can kind of, and so I looked, and it was like, oh, it's kind of looking staticky. And then it was moving from the ceiling, and it was gold. It was gold. It was like this gold energy that just kind of coming down from the ceiling, coming down on us. Yeah. And within months, we were in our new house. And so still here, and it's wonderful. I see, get your mojo back. It was coming through for me when I was meditating on this, and checking in with spirit about what activations, that people are going through it. People are going through it right now. And, get your mojo back is, you noticing you're not laughing? Are you noticing you're not feeling the color of life? I love color. I love color. I love laughing. I love joy. I love, and I truly, and the habit is to say believe, but I know that that's not what this is about. Being here, suffering, not feeling the color, not laughing, not having whatever that thing is that for you is that, is that daily glass of champagne. you know? It doesn't have to be alcohol. That could be sitting in your favorite spot, reading your favorite book, talking to a friend. You know, I remember when I lived in San Diego and I was in a master's program and at the college there, and it was hard. It was hard. And for me, as silly as it sounds, my daily champagne, the thing that kept me going, was a spot in the sky. There were these two, we just lived in this little apartment, but there were these two palm trees and they kind of bisected. And there was just this one segment of sky that was between them. And it was always so blue. And I remember every morning I would get up and we would be like, oh my goodness, I do not want to go. Or how am I going to, or what am I, right? I'd look at that patch of sky and that was my champagne. So I say that to say that it could be anything. It can be anything. And don't let anybody define that for you of what that is. Karmic loop. That's like the worrying too, right? Staying in this loop. And whatever that is, I said worrying, but it could be any amount of suffering or something you feel you deserve, or just that pattern, the repeating pattern that you want to get out of. So we're going to deactivate that today. Lack and limitation, deactivation, speaks for itself. Not getting what I want. When you're doing a deactivation, not getting what you want, we're doing an overwhelm deactivation. And I'm being told that there's going to be some toning today. That's something that for me opened up when I started doing, it might have been a medical intuitive level of sacred activations. My senses opened up, and when I would practice the modality, when I run the energy, at times I'm guided to make different sounds, or different sounds just kind of come out of me at times. And I used to be so embarrassed. I used to be like, oh no, I can't, my throat would close. And what I find is that the thing that I've gotten to sacrifice is, come on, Gary won't let down today. We talk about sacrifice, but the thing that I've gotten to sacrifice in my journey, and I continue to, is my ego and my fear. My fear of being misunderstood, of being weird. Y'all, I'm weird. I've always been weird, and I own that. I think that's wonderful. Now I own it in my 40s. I didn't before. But I'm being told that we're going to be doing some toning. And so, yeah, I'm sorry, I'm being tangential, but that is what I've noticed has been the sacrifice. It's been sacrificing my thoughts of things and the ways in which I get in my own way, And so, yeah, I'm happy to sacrifice that and to remind myself that that's all it is standing in my own way. But yeah, so I in sessions, tones will come out, different songs I've never heard before. And what I started finding was it was helping people. And so how dare I be like, I'm not going to do this because this is embarrassing, when it's helping somebody. In a session, someone can say, oh, this thing is hurting me, and I'm running activations, and I'm doing the work I'm guided to. And then I get told, make the sound of E. No, go higher, go down, do this thing. Or, and when I follow it, and then the person says that they're not hurting anymore. What? For starters, let's do it again. Let's see if it works again. So let's see if it works. All right, so what we're going to do right now is we're just going to take a little 5-minute break and get a glass of water, get comfortable, whatever it is that you need. And then when we come back, let's just get into it. Okay. Fantastic. I'll see you all in 5 minutes. And sounds good.
𝐿 TV. Do you want to go deeper into sacred activations, which is a subconscious metaprogramming process? Tamra Oviatt is inviting you to visit her website at tamraoviatt.com to sign up and get lifetime access to 3 free activations that you can listen to anytime you want or as often as you need. If you like what Tamra does and like to incorporate sacred activations into your life, she also offers live webinars, masterclasses, and practitioners training to further support your healing, manifestations, and expansion. There are hundreds of activations on her website that address different aspects of your life: money, health, relationships, intuitive abilities, and more. Head over to her website at tamraoviatt.com and experience the magic of sacred activations. Thank you for listening. Imagine becoming a super influencer. Reinvent yourself, invest in your brand, and then manifest your success with a robust spheric approach. 𝐿 Media and Broadcasting offers a unique and multifaceted way to become the spiritual and conscious influencer you deserve to be by putting your message across our powerful platform with its proven record of integrity and excellence. Through our produced shows, 𝐿 offers the opportunity to become a social media TV personality, a radio show host, an 𝐿 magazine columnist, and a syndicated podcaster, all in one shot. By live streaming your show on 𝐿 TV and broadcasting it across the extensive 𝐿 radio and TV networks, you become more than a host. You become an ambassador and a force for positive change. 𝐿. Open yourself to the possibilities.
If I could be you, and you could be me for just 1 hour. If we could find a way to get inside each other's minds. Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes. Well, before you abuse, criticize, and accuse. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Hi, welcome back. We just entered the segment where we're going to start running activations. I invite you to get comfortable, sitting, lying down, whatever's comfortable for you. So you take a couple of deep breaths, bring ourselves to center. I invite you to take your energy down into Mother Earth, grounding. We're going to begin running Dark Night of the Soul deactivation. Thank you. Oh. Sorry, I'm being guided to hold your hearts. Begin running Worrywart Deactivation. Thank you. I keep being nudged to say, I keep hearing hearts are heavy at this time. The work that you're doing is important. The work that you're doing on yourself, the space that you're giving yourself is important. Being in this present moment is going to give you even more strength. That's where your power lies. Prison planet deactivation. I'm being told to layer in, get me the F out of here. People are stupid, get me the F out of here. That's what I heard. Doing a regret deactivation. Godhead, begin running Godhead activation. Begin running laser focus in defragmentation. Ooh. Begin running, get your mojo back. So there's sound coming through. When being present and listening. Being safe to have money. Being safe to keep money. Thank you. Elective wound, struggle to survive, deactivation. Creating your future from your past. There is no past. There is no future. It is all happening right now. Run Genie in a bottle, please. Get into the vortex of creation. And Karmic Loop deactivation. Lack and limitation deactivation. Layer in not getting what I want. Overwhelm deactivation. Now I invite you to bring your energy down into Mother Earth. Down, down, down to the heart chakra of Mother Earth. I invite you to feel the support of the mother, the love of the mother, bringing all of that energy, these activations, this programming that we brought in today, we're grounding it in through ourselves down into the earth. Remember, when you do this work, you're helping yourself, not just yourself. We're also working for the collective, for your own genetic line. Yeah, allow all of that beautiful Mother Earth energy to fill you up. As always, we say thank you, thank you, thank you, setting the intention that these activations integrate with ease and grace. Remember to be gentle with yourself, because the programs are going to come up. They're going to come up, and let them go. Breathe through it. Drink lots of water. Take a salt bath. Do something that feels good to you. Walk barefoot outside. Truly, truly ground. It's been a pleasure to be here with you today. Thank you. Thank you for your presence. Again, my name is Sara Garcia. I have a first draft up of my website. It's www.workwithsarag.com. You can go there if you'd like to work together. Fill out the contact sheet and I'll get back to you. Such a pleasure. Blessings to you all. Thank you.